Shalom Israel. This is the ISUPK. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Under Commander General Yohana in 1969. This is the ISUPK Wednesday night law class coming out of Nashville. I am priest and officer Zabak Yasharallah. And my topic for tonight, I'll be talking about why did God put color in the Bible? And on another note, we are the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, home of the truth. We're not affiliated with Christianity. We're not affiliated with Egyptology. We're not affiliated with Scientology. We're not affiliated with Moors, Islam. If it's not of the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana, home of the truth, then it's watered down. It's nothing. It is nothing. Talking about why did God put color in the Bible? You know, the Bible is practical knowledge. The Bible is basic instructions. And who knows better than the Most High? It's not a machine, no robot, no man, no 2-3 men. It's no woman, no 2-3 women. It's nobody that knows more than the Most High. So when the Most High set out to put his spirit on righteous men, Israelite men, to write of his words, the Most High knew what was going to happen before it even happened. That's one of the main reasons he put color in the Bible. And you will hear the so-called white man. That's why he is the devil that the Bible speaks of, because he'll say that color doesn't matter, but then turn around and give you a whole picture of Caesar Borgia. Have you thinking that this is your God? Have you thinking that this is the God of the whole earth? He gives you a picture of a picture that resembles him, a straight up hippie. But then he'll turn around and say that color doesn't matter. But if color didn't matter, then why would he portray this picture? If color didn't matter, why is it that you have to get a picture from him? Why is it that Christianity came with this picture? When Yahushua, who the world calls Christ, was a so-called black man. And I'm saying so-called because I'm saying that, but that wasn't his nationality. Yahushua was an Israelite from the tribe of Judah, a Judite, but he was dark. I mean, his skin was real dark, real dark. Like how it says in Revelation, when you go to chapter 1, and you get down to 14th verse, when it talks about how it looks like his skin look like it burned in a furnace. So if you take anything and you burn it, it's gonna be black. It's gonna be black. It is going to be black. I don't care. You can look at rice. You could take a sheet of paper. It's gonna turn black. But it was a reason that the Most High put color in the Bible, because when you start reading the Bible, you will see you in the Bible. You will see you. You will see you. It's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. It is no getting around that. And people can sit and say that, like, people of India, and when I'm talking about India, I'm talking about red dot. Like, they are people of color, but they are not the chosen people. They are not the chosen people. You have Africans. They are people of color, dark-skinned people. but they are not the chosen people. Because once again, when you start reading in the Bible and you understand that what you are reading, you have to take these stories for what it's worth. You have to take these stories at face value, because the Most High sent Moses to go and get us and lead us up out of Egypt. He specifically said, "Go and get my people," and that's a possessive pronoun. And the first so-called white man. Notice I'm saying so-called white man because when you take a T-shirt, when you take an all-white T-shirt, there's no so-called white man or white woman that resembles that color. I mean, so-called white man, he don't even really have no type of color. You know what I'm saying? He don't has no pigmentation. You know, these people look like fried chicken before it's cooked. They look like fried chicken before it's cooked. Yeah, Salaki. If there's any questions, you can put it in a comment, and your question will get answered. But back to what I was saying, these people don't even have no type of skin color, no pigmentation. They don't possess, you know what I'm saying? They don't possess no color, just like how the Bible describes them. They are hairy and red all over. But when it comes down to color, Christianity hasn't led us astray. Christianity have you so docile and so delusional till you can't even ask certain questions. You can't even ask certain questions, because if you ask a question to a pastor, a reverend, it'll hit so home and so hard with him till the first thing he'll say, his first response will be like, "Yo, where you get that from? Where you get that from?" Then they're going to try to spin you and try to say some fly. They'll try to say something fly like, you pay your tithes, brother, you pay your tithes, sister, instead of taking you and showing you what's really in the Bible, what's really the word of the Most High. What's really the word of the Most High, because not only is Yahushua, who everyone calls Christ, not only is he being described, you have the Most High is being described. Christ is being described. You have the angels, they are being described. And when it came down to whitewashing, they just took that and made billions upon billions. They made billions upon billions. You know what I'm saying? These people have taken Caesar Borgia and have made billions. Even still to this day, they're making billions. Even to this day, they're still making billions upon billions. Still selling this man. It has been unalive. He has been raped. He hasn't done the most, because that is in his nature. That is in Esau's nature. Esau is the animal of the earth. He is more subtle than any beast of the field. He is more subtle than any beast of the field. That's why here in the ISUBK and the Commander General Hunter, this is home of the truth. This is home of the truth. This is home of the truth. And it's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. So, I'm gonna jump off into some of these precepts. And first thing I'm gonna start with describing how the Most High looks. So I'm gonna go to Daniel chapter 7, and I'm gonna start with Salaki. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. And verse 9. So this is during this time right here, this is Daniel. And Daniel is asleep, but Daniel has a vision, but this vision is a dream. And Daniel's vision in his dream, he sees the Most High in his dream. He don't see the Most High like face to face. He doesn't. You know, it's nobody that can see the Most High. It's nobody that can see the Most High face to face. It's nobody that has never. You know what I'm saying? Like Moses, when he was on Mount Sinai, he asked the Most High, could he see him? And the Most High, you know, I'm kind of paraphrasing this, but I'm gonna kind of go to it. The Most High told Moses, like, you know, we can't see each other, you know, due to the fact that, you know, we can't meet face to face because it will cause death. But the Most High told Moses, I'll pass by you. And I want to say Moses had his back turned. But the Most High glory was so glorified, like it's like nothing on the face of this earth. But when he did pass by Moses, it caused Moses' hair to turn white. I think his hair, beard, things of that nature turned white. But in Daniel chapter 7 verse 9, this is describing how the Most High looked. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones was cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow. So now, when it describes how Yahushua, who everybody calls Christ, when it talks about him, he has a garment down to his feet, has on a girdle, is a gold belt, you know. Plus it talks about his hair. It talks about how his hair is like wool. So it gives the texture, plus it gives the color of the hair. But if anybody know, and you've been living long enough, listen, you know people with wool hair are so-called black people. It's no getting around that. It ain't no way of getting around that. It ain't no way of getting around that. It's not. It's not. I don't know no other nation that can use a pick. For real. I don't know no other nation that can use a pick. Nah, and picks was only made for so-called black people. You know? For real, for real. I don't know nobody that can I don't know another nation that can use a pick. For real. But let me finish reading this. Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. If this don't sound like a black man, then it's no getting around that. It is no getting around that. This cannot be no other man, nothing but a black man. This cannot be no other man but a black man. Plus, when you look like in the New Testament, how, like when you look in John chapter 14 and verse 9. When they was asking Christ, they was saying us, Salaki. They were saying to Christ, if you are the Christ, then show us, let me get it right, Salaki. I got to get my train of thought. They were saying, if you are the Christ, show us the Most High. Show us the Father. All right, let me read it. John chapter 14 and verse 9. It says, Yahweh shall say unto them, have I been so long time with you, and yet hast thou not known me? Philip, he that hath seen me hath seen the Father. And how sayest thou then, show us the Father? So what was Yahweh saying is that I look like the Most High. I'm not the Most High, which Christianity will tell you that God came down as Christ in the flesh. But see, this is one of the things that they don't question in Christianity. Because if you look in Romans, Salaki, if you look in Revelation chapter 1 and verse 14, and it talks about how Christ looked, and you look in, and then when you go to John chapter 14 and verse 9, it's talking about the similarities. So now Christ is saying this right here, if you seen me, then you done seen the Father. So how is it that Christ is portrayed as a so-called white boy? So if Christ is portrayed as a so-called white boy, then you got everybody thinking, everybody that's outside the truth, that really don't know no better, that's really stuck in Christianity, they would think that the Most High is a so-called white man too. They would think that the Most High is a so-called white man too. But you have to sit, and nobody is questioning Christianity. They'll sit and look at the ISUPK and Commander General Yohana like, but we coming straight out the Bible. We giving you breakdowns. We are giving you breakdowns. This is something that you have to ask. And you have some Christians that don't even want to hear this, but still yet you'll go step foot in the church. You will still go and sit up under this buffoonery. And you won't even question this. You would not even question this. You would not even question this. That's like when you look at when you go to like Exodus chapter 33 and 20. But then too, a lot of things that have been put in front of our eyes, like with the media, how they'll show stories of like Moses. They'll show like so-called biblical stories. But look who are the actors. Y'all had one year, I remember I was kind of young, but I remember this. Charles Heston. Charles Heston was playing Moses. But the part that they left out was, this is the part that they left out. Y'all got Charles Heston, white boy, playing Moses. But you left out the part when the Most High had sent Moses into Egypt, and he was in front of Pharaoh at one point in time. And the Most High told Moses, he said, stick your hand in your shirt. And he brought it out and it had, leprosy. So leprosy back in them days would be, your hand would look like you was a so-called white person. That's what leprosy looked like. But they left this part out. They left this part out in the movie. But these people knew what they were doing by leaving that part out of the movie. Because now by them showing the movie, it's like playing on your mental capacity. Because the more they show that to you, and being that you don't sat in these churches, and now you done seen Caesar Borgia, now you keep seeing these movies, so now you really start thinking that, hold up, if I'm not questioning the Bible and I'm not reading the Bible, then yes, I'm gonna believe this. You keep seeing something over and over, that ain't no different than you keep listening to a lie. The more you keep listening to the lie, you're gonna believe the lie. Set aside from you believing the lie, guess what? You're gonna fall in love with the lie. So once you fall in love with the lie, man, you're gonna fight for that lie. You're gonna fight for that lie at all costs, at any cost. You're gonna fight for this lie. So now I'm gonna go into Exodus 33. And this is, and even still to this day, they still be playing these movies. They still be playing these movies. This was during the time. Let me go. All right, when you look at like Exodus 33 and 18. So this is during the time when Moses is up on Mount Sinai and he is talking to the Most High. So when you look at verse 18, and he said, I beseech thee, show me thy glory. So Moses, he wants to see the Most High. Not saying that he doubt the Most High, nothing like that. It's not about that. But he just want to see the Most High. You know, that ain't no different than you know, eventually you keep talking to somebody, you just want to like see who you talking to. More so like that. It wasn't nothing about authority thing with Moses or nothing like that. He really just wanted to see the Most High due to the fact that he done seen the miracles that the Most High had then used Moses to perform in his name. So verse 19, and he said, I will make all my goodness pass before thee, and I will proclaim the name of the Most High before thee, and will be gracious to whom I will be gracious, and I will show mercy on whom I will show mercy. And he said, verse 20, now this is the Most High, and he said, thou canst not see my face, for there shall no man see me and live. He said, there shall no man see me and live. So this is one of the things that the Most High was saying to Moses. Even like, you know, you can't meet me face to face and live. You know, you can't see my face and live. It was just a little bit too much. And like in verse 22, and it shall come to pass while my glory passeth by, that I will put thee in a cleft of the rock and will cover thee with my hand while I pass by. And the Most High said in verse 23, and I will take away my hand, and thou shalt see my back part, but my face shall not be seen. And that's when Moses came down off of Mount Sinai, from seeing just the Most High passing by and walking off, like hair white, like Moses, you know, it was too much for Moses, even seeing that part. But That's why he said, you don't want to meet, you know what I'm saying? Like the Most High was telling Moses, you don't want to meet me face to face. Meaning he would not meet you as a man, but as other things. Like the Most High would not meet you as a man, but he would meet you as other things, like death, destruction, like earthquakes, like floods, fire, tempests, etc. It'd be like instant death. But it's no disputing that color is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like if you bring this up with a Christian gonna try to shut you down. He gonna, you know what I'm saying? He gonna find a way to squeal out this conversation. It'll be too much, because when you start seeing that all of these people look like you, look like us, and when I say us, I'm talking about like so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. When you start seeing that, then you got to be like, yo, hold up. It's really more to this Bible. So now you're going to start opening up. Now you're going to be like, yo, I never knew this. So now you got questions. Now you have questions. And I'm talking about like little simple questions like, Pastor, why you never talk about this on Sunday? Why don't you talk about this? Why you never said this? Why, little simple question. Little simple questions. So now I'm gonna go into how Yahushua, who they call Christ, how he looked. Go to Daniel, chapter 10. I'm gonna start at verse 5. All right. Then I lifted Daniel chapter 10, verse 5 through 6. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. So, Yahushua was a dresser. But we as Judites, man, we love to dress. We love to dress. His body was like the beryl. Beryl meaning like it's a dark color. It's a dark color. And his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire. I know a lot of brothers, eyes be red. Eyes be red. I'm talking about natural. And his arms and his feet. His arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. It's no getting around that. And brass is like a derivative brown. There's no getting around that. It's not. It's not. But I'm a go. I got another precept to add on to that. And the voice of his words, like the voice of a multitude. Salaki. So now that we're on this brass, and it's showing you how his feet and his arms like in color. So let's go to Revelation chapter 1. And we're gonna start at 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. So now this is giving you a texture and a color. And his eyes were as a flame of fire. His eyes was as a flame of was like a flame of fire. Verse 15, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burn in a furnace. His feet like unto fine brass, as is burned in a furnace. Yo, like I said earlier, if you burn anything, it is going to turn black. It is going to turn black. So you know, Yahushua was a dark-skinned man, real dark-skinned. Yahushua was a real dark-skinned man. He was a real dark-skinned man. No getting around that. So where does Caesar Borgia come into play at? Where does Caesar Borgia come into play at? Hey, Princeton, you do me a favor? It's a lot. You hand me the Bible dictionary. So where does Caesar Borgia come into play at? And this is whitewashing. This is whitewashing. Whitewashing can be found in Job chapter 9 and what? Job chapter 9. Man, let me get this right. Job chapter 9 and verse 30. Man, I'm having a brain fart. They say the earth, where it talks about the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. And I know this. I don't even know why I'm acting like this right now. Job chapter 9, Salaki Israel, Job chapter 9, verse 24. It talks about how the earth was given into the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges. So, Michelangelo, the one painted the picture of Caesar Borgia, and that's when they just did away with how Christ looked. But it never took Putin to come forth and say, I mean, Putin, you know, you really can't get no credit, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because by you giving credit to Putin, then you taking away the words of the Most High. Because had you read the Bible, you would have got the full words of the Most High. So Putin, you don't get no credit. I mean, I don't know what would make you do that. I felt like you were just trying to start something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying, the Most High one gets all the credit because color was already in the Bible. Color been in the Bible way before Putin was whoever you know what I'm saying, like wherever he came from, things of that nature. So, and plus Yahushua, he was from out of Yahushua from the tribe of Judah. The tribe of Judah. So being that you know that let me get it right. Being that you know that the Most High was a man of color, dark-skinned man, so-called black man. Now you know Yahushua, the black man. And when you look at Hebrews chapter 7 and verse 14, it says, "For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning the priesthood." But this is talking about how Yahushua is from out of tribe of Judah. But I'm gonna go into the Bible dictionary and I'm gonna touch bases on, give you some insight when it's talking about Judah. Let me see, I got this somewhere. All right, let me go to Salaki. Let me touch on Jew. All right, the word the word Jew is short for Judah. So you look in the Bible dictionary on the Jew, it say Jew. Originally, it is denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah. Okay. All right. All right. I got it. Jew. It say originally it is denoted one belonging to the tribe of Judah or to the two tribes of the southern kingdom. But later its meaning was extended and it was applied to anyone of the Hebrew race. So you know them 12 brothers, the 12 tribes, which were all black brothers, which makes up Israelite nation. So this right here is all black people, all black people, all black people. And you know, history is told so foul that we be looking at our Mexican brothers like, and we'll say that they Mexicans, not knowing that that was a slave name that was given to them when they was taken into slavery. We be looking at our Cuban brothers, not knowing that this is a slave name that was given to them. Same thing with Puerto Ricans. But all these people are black people. Panama, like, it's no getting around that, but a lot of people don't like to do the research. A lot of people do not like to do the research. A lot of people do not like doing the research. They want to sit back and just take this, take that, you know, and that's just like the so-called Jewish man. Here had you thinking that a woman can make a child. Like you mix, like you come from the father. No, how they say? They say that they I want to say their nationality is determined by the woman. Something like this. Something crazy. It's crazy. It is crazy when you are the seed of your father. When you go into Numbers, I think it's I want to say Numbers 1:18. When you look at Hosea, I think Hosea 1:15. But you are the seed of your father. Like it's no getting around that. So them 12 tribes, all black people. All black people. I'm talking so-called blacks, Hispanic, and Native American Indians. All black people. Black people. We are the same people, man. We are the same people. There's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. So now I'm gonna go in and give you the color of angels. I'm gonna give you the color of angels. Not them angels that you be seeing on TV. Not the angels that you done seen in somebody's yard or you done seen. Nah, I'm gonna give you the color of the angels, and I'm gonna give you a little description of how angels look according to what the Most High said. We're not talking about the little angels that be having the little poses and all that, looking like they were Hello Kitty. Yeah, what's up, Chris?
The angels on top of the Christmas tree.
Yeah. Not even that. Not the ones that's on the little bootleg Christmas tree. No, we talking about real angels. We talking about angels that the Most High have made. Because after reading it for myself, yo, the angels ain't no joke. And if a person really saw an angel, they'll be traumatized. They wouldn't even be no good. Nah, these angels, nah. It's no way that you gonna see an angel and think that you're going to sit and say, oh, I seen an angel. Nah. What I'm going to describe to you, it's no. It's no way that you're going to see an angel and think that that's it. Nah. You see an angel, you'll be traumatized for the rest of your life. You'll be I don't even think a person could go to sleep after seeing an angel. But it has been people that have been visited by angels, but I don't think that they came. And it's just me. I don't think that an angel has came in their rare form. Because they can take on other forms. So I don't think that their original form, I don't think that they came like that. But I mean, that's just me. I'm not saying that what I'm saying is factual. I'm just giving you like a little mere opinion. When you look at Ezekiel chapter 1 and verse 5, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. Verse 6, and everyone had 4 faces. You ever seen a man with 4 faces? No. We ain't talking about TV. We're not talking about, no. I don't, and I've been on this earth many calendars. And I can't tell you a time I ever seen a man with 4 faces. And everyone had 4 wings. These 4 faces had 4 wings. Verse 7, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot. It was straight, like a calf foot. So, we all seen calves. We all seen a calf foot. And they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. Whoa. We're not talking about these so-called white angels you done seen in stores. We're not talking about these so-called white angels that you done seen in some little picture that they done put together. We talking about angels of the Most High. We talking about angels that the Most High have made, and they carry out his orders to a T. They carry out his orders to a T. But set aside from that, we know what color. Burnished brass. Burnished brass. Burnished brass is brass that has been burned. Real simple. Burnished brass is brass that has been burnt. So now, I want to go more into the description of the angels. I gave you the color. I want to go more into the description because I need people to have a distinctive idea of how an angel look compared to what we have seen growing up. So we already know that they got 4 faces. These 4 faces have 4 wings. We know that they have the foot is straight, but it's like a calf foot. Plus, we already know the color now. So now I'm in verse 8. And they had the hands of a man under their wings on their 4 sides, and their 4 faces and their 4 wings. And verse 9, and their wings were joined one to another. They turned not when they went. They went every one straight forward. So just kind of like moving in unison. Boom, moving all together. Verse 10, as for the likeness of their face, therefore had the face of a man and the face of a lion on the right side, and the four had the face of an ox on the left side. The four also had the face of an eagle. Listen, it's no way that you could look at an angel and be the same. I don't care who you is. I don't care who you is. There's no way that you could look at an angel and still be the same. It's no way. Okay, verse 11. Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. Two wings of every one were joined one to another, and two covered their bodies. Hey. All right. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna go down to 13. It say, as for the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. Mm. Mm. I don't even need to go no further. Cause that's dark right there. That's dark right there. I'm in my this right here, a little sidebar. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to call myself having a thing for a dark-skinned woman. I mean, real black. I used to say I want a woman so black, if she touched charcoal, she leave fingerprints. You know what I used to. But if you look at charcoal, that's dark. It's. Come on, there's no getting around that. There's no getting around that. So now I'm gonna give you the color of the Jews. So now we know that the word Jew is short for Judah. It's short for Judah. Plus, we also know that if you're a Jew, you are of the Hebrew race. Not Jewish, not that BS. We're talking about real Jews. We're talking about the Jews of the Bible. We're talking about the Most High chosen people. We're talking about the Most High chosen people. So now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2. It say Judah mourning. And we know why we in mourning. We in mourning because of we being unalive. We in mourning because of poverty. We in mourning because of the way we are being treated, the way we are being handled. But we coming up out of this. We coming up out of this. Thus says the Most High. In the ISUBK and the Commander Jimmy Hunter, we are turning back and we are worshiping the Most High the way He said to worship Him. We are worshiping Him. So we are in mourning because of being mistreated. We are. They say, and the gates thereof languish. So you know a gate is used to protect. So our gates are our so-called leaders, and I mean our black leaders. Our black leaders. Our black leaders have them failed us so bad till, they have not done nothing. They don't fight for us in no shape, form, or fashion. They have failed us. If it weren't for the Most High establishing the ISUPK, hey, a whole lot of our brothers that is not in the ISUPK and our sisters, ain't no telling where we would be at right now. That's why that's why it is a must. If you're in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, listen, you should you should tell a friend to come in the ISUPK under Commander General Han, because this is what the Most High has established. This is what the Most High has established. There's no getting around that. It's things that I could sit here and say that has happened to me. My whole life has done a whole 180. I have done a whole 180. Me serving the Most High, I'm talking about from my rib to my kids to my whole life has sometimes sometimes I be on the slave, and what I do, I work in a spot by myself. So nobody really don't see me. Sometimes I get to thinking, since I came in the ISUBK and the Commander General Yohana, it's been times that I had to shed a tear because I know what I have went through and where I'm at now. Like, I look back and I be like, it'd be hard for me to believe. It's hard for me to believe, but hey, I know I'm doing good. This right here is the Most High. This right here is the Most High. Because for people that know me, nah. That know me, they'd be like, yeah, man. Yeah, you don't even look the same. Yeah. But now we know what color the Most High is. We know what color Yahweh Shai is. We know what color the angels are. So let me finish talking about the Jews. And I'm going to start from the beginning. Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2, it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black. They are black. They are black unto the ground. I don't even need to go no further, man. Jews are black. The Jews are black. The Jews are black. So now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna show you about old King Solomon. Show you what color he is. Go to Songs of Solomon. So there's no getting around that. But some people, hey man, Christian, like I say, man, and I say this because I heard Captain Zaria, I say this, man, Christianity is a hell of a drug. But when I first came into ISUPK and I heard him say that, I never questioned what he said, but by him saying that, he would say this here too. Set aside from him saying Christianity is a hell of a drug, he would say that a crackhead knows smoking crack is wrong. He knows it. He say, but you being in Christianity, and it's like you don't even want to do nothing about it. It's like you just comfortable. It's like you just comfortable in that. Songs of Solomon, chapter 1. This is chapter 1. Verse 5. I am black, but comely. So what this is saying, comely means beautiful. Comely means beautiful. He is saying this is King Solomon saying, I am black, but calmly. King Solomon was a black man. King Solomon was a black man. So now I'm going to show you what color Job was. Job chapter 30. Job chapter 30 and verse 30. And don't never let nobody tell you that by you hearing this that it doesn't matter. Everything matters. Everything matters. Don't nobody know what the Most High knows. But looking me first learning this, I kind of see why them slave masters didn't want the slaves to read the Bible. Because when you start reading the Bible, you start seeing yourself in the Bible. You really start seeing yourself in the Bible. And this is our book. I don't know why we want to fight this. This is our history book. This is not no religion. This is not a religious book. This is not no religion. This is not no religious book. This is a history book. No other book I don't know that you will find that tells you that King Solomon was a black man. I don't know no other book that would tell you that the angels that the Most High created was black. I don't know no other book that's going to tell you that. But this is a history book. This is history. So how can you sit and say that the so-called white man wrote this book? But for the sake of argument, even if you say the white man wrote the book, guess what? He did a damn good job. He did a damn good job. Because he's telling us the things that is of the Most High, knowing that the Most High never dealt with him. Plus, he talks about his destruction. I don't know no white man gonna sit and tell of his destruction. Not only his destruction, he is telling of his wife's destruction, even down to his kids' destruction, is in this Bible. Is in this Bible. But nobody don't want to take time out to listen to the priests and prophets of the Most High here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter. Everybody want to go and get a little song and dance, keep going to these concerts that's in these Christian churches. Like, yo, come on, man. Y'all got to stop, man. Y'all got to stop. Y'all don't never, for all of y'all that be going to these Christian churches, man, y'all don't realize y'all pay to go in and pay to leave. It ain't never dawned on y'all that, yo, they be having ATMs in these Christian churches. Like, come on. It ain't never dawned on y'all that y'all can't sit and ask certain questions. That certain questions is barred from the Christian church. Like if you ask a certain question, man, these people not only will they put you out, they will not let you come back in. They will not let you come back in. Because certain questions that if y'all get certain questions from the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, you would not go back. They would not let you back in these churches. Because if they answer these questions, then these people with common sense would know that we've been lied to. And plus, Pastor No Good, he ain't getting ready to let you mess up his money. Not his money. But let me give you the color of Job. When you look at chapter 30 and verse 30, Job said, my skin is black upon me. Job said, my skin is black upon me. He said, my skin is black upon me. So you think that Job, King Solomon, you think that Jeremiah didn't know when he wrote Jeremiah chapter 14 and verse 2, you think that he didn't know the color of the people? He knew the color of the people. You think Job ain't knew what color he was? That's like anybody with good common sense know what color they are. That's even like when you look at when it talks about Adam, how Adam was made. Like when you go dig up some soil, you got like different levels of color to soil. But this Bible does not talk about the only. Let me say this here. The first so-called white person it talks about in the Bible is Esau. Notice Esau and Jacob were twins. It never described how Jacob looked. But they give you a full description of Esau. And the reason they're giving you a full description, and the reason it's giving you a full description of Esau, because this is the first time that so-called white person was seen. But let me go and even a lot of people don't even know this. Like when we be out in camps and stuff like that, and we be telling them that the word nigga is in the Bible, they don't believe it. They don't believe it. But everything that we pull out, everything that we say, that we could go in scripture and show you. We could go in scripture and show you. Like I'm going to show you right now. When you look at Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. Acts chapter 13 and verse 1. It said, now there were in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets. This was at Antioch. Certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger. The word is Niger, but that was spoken in Latin. But the only thing is missing is one more G. Take off that ER and add an A. I mean, like how we said. Were called Niger. But there was more too. There was another brother named Lucius and Cyrene and Manaen. But a lot of people a lot of people don't believe that the word nigga is in the Bible. They don't believe that Christ is a nigga. They don't believe that when we say that we serve a nigga God, they don't want to believe that. But you got to say to yourself, man, every nation on the face of the earth has a God that looks like them. Why we can't have a God that looks like us? But like Jeremy and Hannah said, man, we went in these scriptures and we found out that we got a nigga God, and that's who we serve. That's who we serve. We ain't serving, man. Listen, Christianity is corrupt, man. Christianity have you on your knees, bowing down to Caesar Borgia, talking about you praying to him. If you ever been in Christianity, man, and you went to go pray, yeah, they'll call you up to the altar. They will call you up to the altar. So now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you some color, but I'm gonna show you some people that is not of color. When you look at Revelation, I'm gonna go to Revelation chapter 2. And verse 9. So these people, and I'm gonna give you the breakdown. These people want to be like us. These people are culture vultures. These people lie. They are like their father. Hold up. Before I read this, let me pull out this scripture, man. I'll tell you who these people are really like. John chapter 8 and verse 44. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. So now let me jump on into this. When you look at Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9, and this is Yahushua talking, because this is in red, so we know that this is Yahushua talking. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. So we all know, if you hear somebody talking about a synagogue, we all know that these are Jewish people. But just the flip side. If you don't know what that ish means ISH, that ish means acting like pertaining to. Because if you were to look at somebody and tell them, say like if you're a certain age, say if like two people like in their 30s talking, and one of them look at one another, one look at the other and say, yo, man, stop acting childish. So you know these people are of age. You know, these people are not in no they surpass that age to where they are a child. But by you saying, yo, stop acting childish, you know what I'm saying? They acting like pertaining to at the moment. So that's what that ish means, acting like pertaining to. Plus, listen at this right here. When he said, they say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Because now you know the word Jew is short for Judah. Ain't no so-called white man ever came out of Judah. Ain't no so-called white man ever came out of the 12 tribes. They say they are Jews, but are not. So it's no way that Yahushua is going to sit and say something like, y'all saying one thing over here, but this is what Yahushua said. And these people are not Jews. Like my man said it best, man, they are not like us. They are not like us. So I'm going to give you another one. Revelation chapter 3 and verse 9. And this is Yahushua speaking again. He said, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. But do lie. Behold, I will make them come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Hey, y'all gonna bow down. It's just a matter of time. I mean, some of y'all have. You know, we done got boot kisses. But y'all really gonna bow down and know that y'all are bowing in front of the real Jews. Yahweh, chosen people, the real Jews of Israel. of Israel. But it's just a matter of time. And we're going to be in our rightful land. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you another precept to show you that Christ is black. Revelation chapter 2 and verse 18. And unto the angel of the church at Thyatira, write, these things saith the Son of God, who hath his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. So this right here talks about giving a description, which is in Revelation chapter 1, verse 14, goes into 15, or really 14, which talks about how Yahushua looks in Daniel chapter 10, verse 5 through 6. It's it's no getting around this color. It's no getting around this color. I mean, none whatsoever. So I'm gonna go in and show you that Joseph, Jacob's son, which was sold into slavery, black. When you look at Genesis chapter 42, Genesis chapter 42. So this right here is talking about how when Joseph was sold into slavery, but at the time that when Joseph was sold into slavery, Pharaoh, he made Joseph like second in command. So when you look at the lineage, Jacob, out of his 12 sons, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's no getting around that. But at this time right here, when you're looking at Genesis chapter 42 and verse 8, it's saying Joseph knew his brethren, but they knew not him. So this was their brother. And the reason they sold Joseph into slavery because they were jealous of Joseph, because the father had more love. The father had more love for them. Well, Salaki, he had more love for Jacob. Man, I'm talking too fast. Salaki, Israel. Jacob had more love for Joseph than the rest of his brothers. That's the reason his brothers sold him into slavery. But when they came over into Egypt, they did not recognize their brother. But this is a key fact that lets you know the color of Joseph. Even down, go all the way back up to Abraham. Keep going back up to Noah. Go all the way back up to Shem, even all the way back up to Adam. This whole Bible is dealing with nothing but people that is of color. Dealing with nothing but people that is of color, dark-skinned people, the Most High people. So now I'm gonna show you how Moses was a man of color, a black man. I'm gonna go to Exodus chapter 4. And I'm gonna start at verse 6. Exodus chapter 4 and verse 6. And the Most High said furthermore unto him. So during this point in time, Moses and Aaron were sent into Egypt so that to come and get us out of captivity. But this is to show you how the color of Moses. And the Most High said furthermore unto him, put now thy hand into thy bosom, meaning that put your hand like right here. And when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow, meaning that he would look like a so-called white person today. Verse 7, and he said, put thy hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and he plucked it out of his bosom. And behold, it was turned again as his other flesh. So this right here shows you the color of Moses. Moses was that of a so-called black man. Moses was that of a so-called black man. So it's no way that you cannot say that you don't understand the reason for color being in the Bible. It's a reason for color being in the Bible. It's a reason for these stories that are in the Bible. Like I said, this is our history book. This is our history book. So don't ever let nobody throw you off. Don't ever let nobody throw you off by thinking that this book was written by a whole nother nation. No, this book was written by Israelites, to Israelites, for Israelites. A whole nother nation just took our book and just ran with it. But they took our book and to keep us under their captivity, to keep us under their rulership. But here in the ISUPK and the Commander General Hunter, we serve the Most High. We keep precepts. We know the breakdown. For this is our book. For the Most High has put his spirit on his people to understand his words. They don't even know how to break, you know what I'm saying? They'll tell you that the Most High loves everybody. They don't even know how to break down John 3:16. They'll tell you that the rapture, there is a such thing as a rapture. And there's no such thing as a rapture. They'll tell you that salvation for everybody. They took our book and just exploited it for the means of getting money. Not really telling you the truth of the Bible. Not really telling you the things that is in the Bible. And they just been doing that for years, but you know, Christianity hasn't been exposed. It hasn't been exposed for the lie that it has been for years. But you have people that just don't want to ask certain questions. You know what I'm saying? It's just some people that just don't want, they just don't want the truth. They got certain demons on them that they're going to fight the truth tooth and nail. But they'll sit and come up against us for telling the truth. But guess what? We ain't going nowhere. We're going to keep pushing this truth till that sky crack. We're going to push this truth till that sky crack. That's why any and everybody that comes up against the ISUPK under Commander General Hunter has fell in the L column. Fell in the L column. The Most High is with us. The Most High is with us. So for you to come thinking that you're going to find fault in the ISUPK, that's like you just saying that you finding fault in the Most High. And the Most High say, I said my words out, and they come back not void. Plus the Most High say, I am not the author of confusion. So how is it that creation going to outdo the creator? Especially when it comes to the Most High. That's unheard of. That is unheard of. That is unheard of. There's no way that you going to get around it. It is no way. It is no way. So, with that being said, come into this truth. Get into a school near you. Stop playing yourself because time is at hand. World War III is right around the corner. World War III is right around the corner. Y'all want to sit here and act like y'all don't know how to ask questions and this and that and third, but y'all will come and fight us tooth and nail. But you won't go to Pastor No Good and ask him, what you gonna do when World War III pop off? Man, he already got plans. He already got plans. But stop fighting this truth and come into this truth. Come into this truth. You need this. You need this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why should you deprive yourself? Learn how to serve the Most High. Learn how to keep the high holy days. Learn the things that is of the Most High so you can live better. It ain't too late. It's not too late. And that was just a few color scriptures. And there's more. But I just gave you enough that if a Christian ran across this page and go back and hit the pause button and start looking these things up, then you will see. You will see the color. You will see the color. Compared to what Christianity gives you. Christianity gives you a rapist, a man that has unalive, and they tell you to go and worship this man. Like, no. But come into this truth, man. Your life depends on it. You need this truth. You need this truth. For real. It'll be the best thing you ever did for yourself. And with that being said, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shabbarakathon. To the sisters, Yahweh Shemar, Allah Tham, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, class dismissed.